You're with Times Now. Good evening. Thanks for being with us. India's election news headquarters keeping you ahead with the biggest news breaks and updates with the stellar panel that we have. JVC Sriram, Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan, Senior Executive Editor Padmaja Joshi also joining us on the broadcast. Prime Minister Modi has been camping in West Bengal for the last 2 days. 42 seats, Lok Sabha constituencies there, and the BJP in the first list of 195 has declared the 20 names who will be getting a ticket from Bengal. Let's go over that list of 20 people from Bengal. Padmaja.
And in fact, very important information that has been flagged by our colleague Pooja on the ground. Let's quickly tell you what are the big seats over here in this list. Out of 42, 21 have been declared by the BJP. The big names over here, and the significance of that we will get from Pooja as well. Nishit Pramanik continues from Cooch Behar. From Kathi, which is locally also known as Kontai, this is the family seat of the Adhikari family. Right now it is represented by Shubhendu Adhikari's father, but now his youngest brother, which is Shomindu Adhikari, is going to be fielded from Kathi. Another interesting name is that of Dr. Anirban Ganguly, who is being fielded from Jadavpur. Shantanu Thakur, who is a very big name for his community, is being fielded from Bangaon. It's a reserved seat. He continues in the seat of Bangaon. Why is this important, Pranesh? Because the entire buzz around CAA, which is going to be notified any time now in the first week of March, which is what sources have told us. The Matua community is really focusing on the CAA being notified, and you have Shantanu Thakur being fielded yet again. John Barla, who is the earlier member of parliament, has been dropped from Alipur Dwar, and from Ghatal, actor turned BJP MLA Hiranmay is going to contest against TMC's actor turned MP, which is Dev Adhikari. 5 very, very big takeaways here, Madhav, that we've got from the West Bengal list, and we've been saying here on Times Now that this is going to be a decisive state. From 18, the BJP at least this time wants to do a 25 paar in West Bengal. Madhav.
The BJP, for its own part, certainly has said that they want to go the whole hog in West Bengal, and close to half the seats now being, put out even before the poll schedule is out, clearly goes to show the kind of seriousness with BJP is taking on states such as West Bengal, even states such as Kerala, where they've not had much success electorally, at least as far as Lok Sabha polls are concerned, and announcing a large number of seats there as well. But as you rightly put it, 2 or 3 of the important aspects, while Union Minister Nitish Pramanik continues in the Cooch Behar seat, we are seeing Sukanta Majumdar continue in the Belur-Ghat seat, and of course Shubhendu Adhikari, who's led the party there in West Bengal, particularly as far as the assembly is concerned, is going to see his youngest brother Shomendu Adhikari, who will be contesting from the family stronghold of Kanti. We're also looking at, of course, as you rightly said, John Barla there dropped from the Alipur Dwar seat. Popular Bhojpuri singer Pawan Singh also being fielded from Asansol. So these are some of the prominent faces who have been, out there and who have been working for the party. Clearly, of course, the party feels that it has some kind of momentum for the last 2 months or so since incidents related to Shah Jahan Sheikh and whatever has transpired in Sandesh Khali, which they've been trying to put the TMC government there on the mat for. Will that be successful? Of course, remains to be seen, but certainly appears to be one of the key parts of the BJP strategy in the state of West Bengal. Notwithstanding the fact that even the Prime Minister, both yesterday and today, has held public rallies there in West Bengal, where he's taken on squarely the state government for not just its governance, but also on the issues of law and order. Remains to be seen how all of this really pans out on ground over there.
Yes, Pooja joining us for more on the seats that Padmaja read out. Pooja, the big takeaways from Bengal.
Well, absolutely. We've seen how 3 sitting MLAs, Manoj Tigga hasn't fielded from Alipur Dwar seat, and Hiranmay Chattopadhyay will be fielded from Ghatal seat. Remember, it's going to be a close contest between 2 Tollywood actors. Hiran himself is an actor, and then he is going to contest against Trinamool Trinamool Congress's sitting MP Dev Adhikari. Thereafter, Sri Rupa, who's also sitting MLA from West Bengal, has been fielded from Malda. But remember, Union Minister Nishit Pramanik will continue in his seat from Kuch Bihar. Shukanto Majumdar, the West Bengal BJP president, will also continue in his seat in Balurghat. But what is interesting is that in the Asansol seat, we've seen how the BJP has fielded a very popular Bhojpuri singer Pawan Singh. This comes as a major surprise because people were expecting perhaps someone from the state will be fielded. But considering the Hindi-speaking population in Asansol, we're seeing that a Hindi-speaking candidate is being fielded from Asansol. So these are major takeaways as far as West Bengal is concerned.
Okay, let's hear from Lok Chatterjee joining us. Her name also on the list. Ma'am, congratulations. First of all, your thoughts. Ms. Chatterjee, if you can hear me, you're on Times now. Okay, I think we've lost that line with Ms. Chatterjee. She's the candidate from Hooghly. JVC Sriram, what do you make of the Bengal list, the names announced so far, 21?
I think, one of the names which I think will draw a lot of attention is that of the Jadavpur seat, where Dr. Anirban Ganguly is contesting, because historically, this seat has been represented by people like Somnath Chatterjee, Mamta Banerjee, Krishna Bose, and now an actress, Mimi Chakravarti, is the sitting MP. So now to have an ideological person, because you should know that Dr. Anirban Ganguly represents the Sangh ideology, as a result of which his ability to win this seat is going to be very important, because BJP had never won this seat. It has been a left bastion, then turned into a Trinamool bastion, and again turned into a Trinamool bastion. And apart from that, Suvendu Adhikari's brother getting the seat is a welcome move. Lok Chatterjee was expected to contest from there, and she remains the sitting MP there. And Shantanu Thakur also is a very important name, as Padmaja rightly mentioned, that CAA plays a very important role on the CAA side. So all in all, I think it will be a very satisfying thing. BJP is looking at anywhere between 25 and 28 seats. Maybe 28 could be a stretch, but somewhere around 25 to 26 seats. And this list evokes a lot of confidence amongst the BJP cadres as far as Bengal is concerned.
Let's also talk about the fight in Asansol, Padmaja. The BJP has declared the name of Bhojpuri superstar Pawan Singh.
There was a lot of controversy, and a lot of people were questioning why a Bhojpuri star is being brought in against Shatrughan Sinha. He is the one who is the TMC MP from there. Pooja will be able to shed better light. Why Pawan Singh? Why has he been chosen, the Bhojpuri superstar Pooja? Tell us about his antecedents, his backgrounds, his strengths and weaknesses.
Well, absolutely. Let's talk about this particular constituency, Asansol. Remember, it shares its border with Jharkhand, and the population here is predominantly Hindi-speaking. So, be it the Trinamool Congress or BJP, they're always looking at a candidate who is perhaps Hindi-speaking, so that they can resonate and connect with the population there. So, we've seen how the Trinamool Congress had fielded Shatrughan Sinha, and now we're seeing that Bhojpuri singer who's very, very popular, Pawan Singh, is being fielded from Asansol. What we're getting to know from our sources is that from the Trinamool Congress, we could also see someone from the Bollywood to be fielded against Pawan Singh in the Asansol seat. But like I shared earlier, the main motive behind fielding someone who speaks Hindi was the main focus here in Asansol.
Two prominent names from Bihar, both Pawan Singh and Shatrughan Sinha, will be taking on if the TMC decides not to change Shatrughan Sinha. JVC Sriram.
Yeah, I think, this is also a seat which is represented by Babulal Supriyo. If you remember right, he won twice on a BJP ticket. And there are also some expectation that Sangamitra Paul may be contesting in that seat. Now, I think it is going to be a probably a Bollywood or whatever you call, or the Bhojpuri actor versus Shatrughan Sinha, or some other import of an actor could be there in Asansol, because Asansol attracts a lot of Hindi population, and as a result of which fielding a popular Bhojpuri actor will act as an advantage. But we have also seen in the by-election how Shatrughan Sinha comfortably won after Babulal Supriyo defected to TMC. So it's a very fascinating contest is what we are going to see as far as Asansol is concerned.
Okay, now before we go into other states, Kerala, there are interesting names there. Pooja, anything that you are picking up from the TMC? When are they releasing their candidates, the names? When is that happening?
Well, Trinamool Congress is still working out the list of candidates for all the 42 seats in the state, and what we're given to understand that the list may be announced somewhere between the first week and second week of March. Since we're already into March, but in fact what we're given to understand, it may not be in the first week but could be stretching around the second week, because that is when the leaders will start their campaign. Because remember, in the second week of March, Abhishek Banerjee, the Trinamool Congress National General Secretary, is expected to hold 5 public meetings in the state, and that is the time around where we can expect at least the first list of the Trinamool Congress candidates which may be announced.
Okay. Till that happens, the BJP has the edge. Padmaja Joshi ready with names from Kerala. And from the 195 seats, they've released 12 names, named 12 seats declared from Kerala. That has names of Abdul Salam, JVC, among others. Tell us about Abdul Salam.
It is a Mallapuram seat.
In fact, just stay with us. Let's go over the list first. Padmaja has the list of candidates, the 12 names from Kerala JVC. Then I'll bring you in.
Yeah.
So we have that list. If somebody can please help me fix this list. We're trying to get that list in place of Kerala. Meanwhile, JVC, if you could continue.
Okay, JVC.
Padmaja, I have the list. Kasargod is going to be represented by Srimati ML Ashwini. Kannur is going to be represented by Sri Sri Raghunath. Vadakara by Prafulla Krishna. Kozhikode by MT Ramesh. Mallapuram, Dr. Abdul Salim. Ponnani, Srimati Nivedita Subramaniam. Palakkad, Sri Sri Krishna Kumar. Thrissur, Sri Suresh Gopi. Alappuzha, Shobha Surendran. Pathanamthitta, Anil Antony, who is the son of A.K. Antony. Athingal, Muralidharan. And Thiruvananthapuram is going to be seeing a battle royal, not between Jay Shankar and Shashi Tharoor, but Rajiv Chandrasekhar and Shashi Tharoor. So that is what is the list. So of this list, what is interesting? Let us pick up some interesting seats. As far as BJP is concerned, the first seat I would be looking at is Thrissur. Because Suresh Gopi, we are told that various surveys are predicting that Suresh Gopi is probably catching up with the UDF candidate and within striking distance, and that he could be the first BJP MP from Kerala if he wins. Number 2, Shobha Surendran at Alappuzha. Very interesting choice. She's a very firebrand leader, but she was expected to contest somewhere in the northern, Kerala or even Pathanamthitta, but now this time she's contesting in Alappuzha. Pathanamthitta, Anil Antony. Pathanamthitta is the place where Sabarimala is located, and Sri Anil Antony being fielded there is also very interesting. Athingal, after Thrissur, if there is one seat where BJP has got a very good chance based on the performance which we have seen in the past, is Athingal. And that is where former, our minister Muralidharan is standing. That is also interesting. Thiruvananthapuram, I can tell you Rajiv Chandrasekhar hails from Kerala, but he is more prominent in Karnataka because of the BPL company which he was heading. But I think he is a perfect choice to give a run for the money to Shashi Tharoor. Unless otherwise UDF and LDF comes together and they get into an arrangement. Otherwise, Rajiv Chandrasekhar is a very popular person, on that. Minister of State for Information Technology.
Yeah, JVC, I just will comment on that. I completely agree with you that of these 12 seats, out of the total 20 seats, which, as we were discussing earlier, shows how prepared BJP wants to be, at least in states where it isn't very strong in terms of the numbers. These 5 seats are perhaps where it certainly is the strongest. But let's also remember that Rajiv Chandrasekhar also is associated with one of the biggest news channels there, Asianet. So he's certainly not a lightweight as far as Kerala is concerned as well. And also, of course, add to the fact that what is very interesting is that if the Christian outreach of the BJP has worked, and we have seen several leaders from the church come out and meet the Prime Minister. Many of them have expressed opinions very different from what we had seen in the past. Has that actually worked on ground? That we will know from the seats of Thrissur, of Pathanamthitta, of Thiruvananthapuram, amongst others, where the Christian population is fairly significant, apart from, of course, the BJP's traditional vote base, which will include the Hindu communities there in Kerala. So these 5 seats, particularly Thrissur, Alappuzha, Pathanamthitta, Attingal and Thiruvananthapuram, are the seats where they will be hoping to put up a fight, at least that their candidates, if at least don't have a clear win, certainly would be giving a very close contest to whichever candidate the UDF and the LDF put across over there in these particular areas.
All right, Madhav, Padmaja, JVC, we'll have to take a short break. Let's take that and return with more names and seats on the other side. Viewers, stay with Times Now.